If you're an NBA player, you want this guy on your team. Robert Horry has a sixth sense for sniffing out winners. Will his Spurs survive Game 6 at home? Tip at the top of the hour on ESPN. You know, no one in NBA history has been in more playoff games than Robert Horry. Think about that. 238 games is almost 3 extra seasons. It's more playoff games than Russell played, Wilt, Kareem, Shaq, Michael, or even Magic. And just to play in that many games means that you have to win a whole lot of them, too. And Horry has done just that. He can wear 7 championship rings at once. Yet, he's more than just the Forrest Gump of the NBA. I mean, sure, you know, he's the right place at the right time a lot of times, but he's also earned the right to be called Big Shot Rob. Rachel Nichols has more.
Champion. Some legends have become synonymous with the word. Michael, Kareem, Magic, Bird. But one man has surpassed them all, even if no one seems to realize it.
It's funny, you know, people always come and say, how many is it now, 6? And be like, 7? I was like, yeah, 7. You're going to get 8 right, yeah, you're going to pass Jordan. I said, well, I've already passed Jordan.
Out to Horry for 3, left wing, shot is good! Robert Horry knocks down the 3! I can't believe that the man can do it anymore. How many bullets does he have left in that gun?
He made some big shots for all those championship teams that he won rings with. And also he had guys like Duncan, Shaquille, and Olajuwon to help him to get the rings, but he played his part as well.
Bryant, hitching off, Horry for 3!
This is the greatest accomplishment for me, man, because I remember coming out of high school and Dick Vitale called me the most overrated high school player in the country.
Most overrated guy in the country, huh?
Most overrated guy. He'd come up to you and tell you he didn't say that, but I still got the article at my mama's house.
Now, Robert Horry may be the most underrated champion in sports. In stints with the Rockets, Lakers, and Spurs, he's won 7 titles, more than any other player since the Bill Russell era in Boston.
You might have a certain system or do things a certain way, but he'll figure out something in a game that you didn't expect that is probably better.
He's also got one of the NBA's most highly developed senses of clutch.
This is one of the greatest moments for me. I got a top 2. This is like 1 or 2. It varies day to day. Every time I see it, it gives me goosebumps because this is one of the greatest moments in basketball history, and this is one of the moments that people know me by. Don't leave Rob. Don't you read the magazines? Don't leave Rob.
Parker into Iverson. Outside for Horry. Over Camby.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, what a shot! Robert Horry has done it again!
And Michael Finley says you can't put guys in the gym and teach this. It's in his DNA.
What is it like out on the court when the clock is ticking down and he gets the ball in his hands outside that three-point arc?
The odds say that he's going to make a play to win that ball game. And on the road, sometimes the crowd's like, oh, not this again.
I honestly believe it's going to go in, and I actually believe it's going to go in every time he lets it fly.
The San Antonio Spurs are NBA champions once again.
You want to keep winning championships. Once you get that first one and you win that second one, you get greedy. You know, you want more and more and more. And once you get that taste, it's addictive.
So where do you keep the rings?
At home and my drawer in the bathroom somewhere. Can't really fit on my fingers all at one time because they kind of clash with one another. So I might just start wearing them around my neck like dog tags.
When you were a skinny rookie back in '92, what would you have told someone if they had pointed at you and said, yeah, he's the one. Not Jordan, not Bird, not Magic. He's going to be a bigger winner than all of them.
I would have went to Vegas and bet against that big time. If you'd have pointed at me and says, okay, he won 1 championship, but if you said 7, I'd have never believed you.
Robert Horry, the second player in history to win a title with 3 different teams. He's one of 3 players along with Ron Harper and Dennis Rodman to win back-to-back titles with 2 different teams. And he's second all-time in 3-pointers made in the playoffs behind Reggie Miller. Not bad company for Big Shot Rob. But here, this is bananas. We're about to have a discussion on whether a guy who's averaged 7 points and 5 rebounds for his career should be in the Hall of Fame. It doesn't even make any sense. But should he be a Hall of Famer?
Well, it's a tough one for me because why do we play the game? It's to win championships. And we've talked about he's got 7. This guy's played in more playoff games than anybody. He's one of the best clutch shooters in the history of the postseason. And I can't put him in. If there is a Hall of Fame for the postseason, give him a statue.
Yeah, but it's not like he happened to be on 7 teams. He had a role, right? Didn't he, Stephen, in all 7 titles?
The bottom line is John is exactly right about everything he's saying, but you cannot put him in the Hall of Fame. I mean, he doesn't have the numbers, and the reality is that we really want to get that.
7's not a number?
Seven's
not a number.
Here's what the bottom line is, Stuart. The public, America, you've been lied to constantly by everybody. Everybody talking about winning. That's what it all comes down to. That's not about the Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame isn't about... There's plenty of guys in the Hall of Fame that have never won a championship, but they're there. Why? Because their skills were so surreal. It was so magnificent that is what elevated them to Hall of Fame stature. When you are in the Hall of Fame, you are judged as an individual. You are not judged for your team accomplishments, because he certainly didn't win those world championships by himself. He deserves all the respect in the world. He's a lovable guy, too. But Hall of Fame, come on now. Come on.
From the guy with 795 career three-pointers in the regular season to the Spur who leads the team this year with 19 threes in the postseason. Still ahead.